This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 483. Can I Do That? By Neghar Fonooni of negharfonooni.com. And I'm your host and narrator, Dr. Neil Malik. Hey, happy middle of the week Wednesday. Welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, where I read to you from popular health and fitness blogs to help you optimize your health. And before we get to today's post, thank you to Finn for sponsoring this episode. Everyone has tasks, big and small, that prevent them from being the best versions of themselves. Finn is a high-quality, on-demand assistant that can handle the administrative aspects of life, declutter your to-do list, and keep you focused on what matters most. And as a listener of my show, I've arranged for all of you to try Finn for free. Just use my link, finn.com/OHD. That's fin.com/OHD to try Finn for free. I know for those of you in the US, you are inching ever so closer to this holiday weekend. We have a holiday coming up on Monday, which is pretty much observed by everybody. And I'm sure if you're like me, you could definitely use the long weekend. Now don't worry, I'll still have a Monday episode for you. But I think since it's midweek and we're so close to the weekend, we're due for an inspirational quote. So here we go. Quote, "The nearest way to glory, a shortcut as it were, is to strive to be what you wish to be thought to be." Socrates. And with that, let's get to today's post and start optimizing your life. Can I Do That? By Neghar Fonooni of negharfonooni.com. You may know that I recently joined a CrossFit box, Deuce Garage in Venice Beach to be exact. I actually have my own garage gym at home, complete with all the toys I need and want. And of course, I write training programs for a living with 15 years experience in training myself and others. The thing was, I was bored, lonely, dragging, uninspired, stagnant. I desperately needed a community and an inspiring environment. Furthermore, I needed to be coached, mostly because I was just sick and tired of coaching myself. Deuce has proven to be a great place for me so far, with an energy and a vibe that I can really get down with. But let's be honest, I don't actually like being coached. I'm still fighting a lot of my perfectionist and control freak tendencies, and thankfully, I have situations that come up every day that test me in this regard. It's hard work, and it's often uncomfortable, but it's always productive. So while being coached is something that doesn't come naturally to me, I've been enjoying the discomfort zone for how much it's cultivating my character and my emotional malleability. I walk to CrossFit reminding myself the entire way to just shut up and listen. Telling myself, you're not the coach here. Yield. That's my purpose word right now. Just yield. Yielding is not easy for me. In fact, I want to jump right in and process everything. I want to coach and fix and brainstorm. I want to get my hands dirty. But right now, what will really benefit me is to yield. Last week, I checked the workout of the day online every day before going to class. I like to know what's coming, especially because when I'm not at CrossFit, I'm working out at home. On Monday, double unders were on the schedule. If you're not familiar, double unders are a jump roping skill where the speed rope passes under your feet twice before your feet hit the ground again. They're as hard as F. I can't do double unders. Well, I couldn't until now. So naturally, I sort of freaked out and didn't go. Instead, I did the workout of the day at home, sans double unders. I went to class on Tuesday, crushed a 270-pound sumo deadlift, and then worked out on Wednesday and Thursday at home. Friday came along, and it was my last chance to get in my second class for the week. I have a 2 times per week membership. Guess what was on the agenda? Double unders. Son of a bee, I had to go. If I didn't go, I would have only made it to 1 class that week, and I'm doing my best to make this new activity a regular part of my life. Routine requires consistency, so not going would have disrupted that. So I went, all the while dreading the double unders. Of course, you can scale any of the workouts to your skill level, and the coaches at Deuce are excellent in this regard. But I didn't want to scale. I'm not a scaling type of person. I'm a lifelong athlete and competitive as you know what. So the double under segment of the workout begins, and my default response is to say, oh, I can't do those. I suck at them. Because as soon as I decide that I can't do them, no one expects otherwise from me. The coach gave me a few pointers, and all the while I was telling him the story about how much I suck and I can't do this, and here are all my excuses. Then I had a moment of clarity. Just shut up. Yield. Listen, you're not the coach. Be a student. And I did it. I did my first ever double under and continue to perform several more with singles in between. It wasn't because I got faster, more agile, or suddenly in better shape. It was simply because I shut up long enough to be properly coached. It was because I made the conscious choice to yield. I can't do that was my story, but it didn't have to be. It was a story I'd spent a lot of time attached to, because having that storyline to cling to, I was safe from the embarrassment and disappointment of not being able to do something. I created a wall between me and the task at hand, a wall that protected me from failure, because if you never try, well, then you simply cannot fail. As soon as I released that story, my body responded. I allowed myself to be coached, to be taught, to yield long enough to learn. I thanked the coach profusely and left the gym that day with a newfound sense of openness. When we say, I can't do that, we essentially ensure that we won't be able to do it. We self-sabotage, whether out of fear, stubbornness, or discomfort. We allow that storyline to keep us from being an open cup, ready to absorb all of the experiences and lessons that life has to offer. But when we approach our endeavors, whether gym, career, relationship, or otherwise, with this sense of curiosity and openness, we give ourselves a chance to grow extensively. This doesn't mean that you approach every lift, every project, and every interaction with an overbold sense of audacity. It simply means we yield our tendency to dictate whether or not we will succeed. We ask, can I do that? We are open and inquisitive. We aren't trying to control outcomes or attach unnecessary meaning to our performance. Can I do that beats I can't do that, just about 100% of the time. You just listened to the post titled, Can I Do That? By Neghar Fonooni of NegharFonooni.com. A big thank you again to Finn for their support. Thousands of busy people already rely on Finn to handle tasks like scheduling meetings, booking travel, buying gifts, or even more complex jobs like creating a website or hiring a freelancer. We're all about being a superhuman here, and Finn lets you do that by taking care of administrative tasks for you. This saves a ton of time. I was able to order a gift and schedule a dinner reservation for date night via email without having to worry about anything else. It handles the stuff I don't want to deal with, and for much cheaper than hiring a personal assistant. Finn can even take care of all aspects of planning a trip, from flights, a hotel within minutes of where you want to be, even visiting friends and relatives. They mix the best of human and artificial intelligence, and they remember your preferences. On average, Finn can save you 200 hours a year. Once you try Finn, you're going to love it as much as I do. And as a listener of my show, I've arranged for all of you to try Finn for free. Just use my link, fin.com/OHD. That's fin.com/OHD to try Finn for free. When I first received my exercise physiology certification, I was such a snob in the gym. I was not open to anything else. I thought I knew exactly what workouts people needed to do to get the results they wanted. Now again, this was a long time ago, but it'd be things like, no, you want to use cables? No, forget that. You're going to use free weights. You want to use a machine? No, only use it for these 2 moves, but everything else you're going to do using free weights. And on it went. I was closed off to anything else that went outside of my own training comfort zone. I realized later I didn't want to learn how to use cables properly. I was just kind of lazy about it. I didn't want to have to learn or even try the latest workouts, because then I might fail. And now I'm a trainer. I'm a certified exercise physiologist. How could I possibly not be able to perform these moves? So pride got in the way. But eventually, I did open up. Eventually, I even brought myself to be coached. And once, as Ms. Fonooni mentioned, I yielded, once I allowed myself to be a student again, it opened up a world of possibilities. And now, I'm glad to say I am a lifelong student. All right, that's enough out of me. Thank you, as always, for listening. Thank you for sharing the show with someone. I'll be back here tomorrow with a post from regular contributor Zen Habits, and where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show, and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neil's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.